Good evening. I was gonna put this on type this up. And I was like, you know what? Typing just would not do it justice. And justice in this case needs to be done. Back in the day, I had different ways to cope with stress. Driving rig was one of them. There's a couple others that I'm not going to get into, but all the ways I had years ago are gone. And through this nightmare, and let's be honest, this was Ben. You all have been my rock, my stress relief. Sorry, what did I think of? You've helped me cope. Because 3 weeks ago, come Sunday, the doctor said it was life-threatening, and the next morning he wakes me up in a chair that I finally got a little sleep around my legs and says, "You know this is life-threatening." And doctors have said that since. Because I've heard this is a very complex case more times than I'm used. They've all said, and I'm starting to understand this question: how she survived this. I put on Facebook a little while ago, it's only by the grace of God. Seriously, it really is. Because of God putting you guys, creating this channel, or whatever you want to call it. I don't really like calling it a channel, honestly. Creating this family. Much better terminology. I know I'd get it. Find out. We face this infection, and we walk through it. And I'm not saying she's out of the woods yet. She's not. But I will say one thing. As of right now, the worst part, as far as I'm concerned, the worst part is over. I mean, honestly, this morning, I know they said they weren't taking a leg, but I'm sitting in that surgical waiting room, and I'm gonna tell you, there's a bunch of surgeries going on this morning. Oof. I'm talking dozens. But I was sitting there, I kept thinking, thought kept running in my head, they're going to call me and tell me they removed the leg. And the doctor finally called, and I was literally waiting for him to say we had to take her leg. So the nurse lifted up the blanket and wanted to see, her words was something to the effect of, wanted to see how well they wrapped it or whatever. I wasn't hiding my shame. There's no shame in my game. I want to make sure that she had her leg. But I will say the one thing that when she realizes not the pain level eased up. I've seen that tonight. But back to the original subject at hand. I wanted this all about you guys. I mean, I've had offers that literally, to me, are mind-blowing. And I haven't, one of my head replied to is I really don't even know what to say. I'm literally just flabbergasted. I feel bad, and it's like, Bob. So you know who you are. Here's your reply to your email. You left me flabbergasted. I've had offers to go pick up ash and film with Lori. To me, it's mind-blowing. It honestly is. You guys are... I really don't know the words. You guys are beyond awesome. You really are. I might have said this before, but I'm sorry. It seems like I'm sidetracking, but I'm really not. It's all going to come right back. You know, since this whole thing started, might as well say 3 weeks ago. It'll be 3 weeks Sunday. I've let everybody on her side of my side of the family know. I'm talking about blood family. I've let my sister Holly know. My brother Touche, well, I don't care if he likes it or not. Touche know. He gets mad when you call him that. I've let my sister Creta know. My other brother Roger. I talked Herb. Let's see. Our brother Pigpen, you guys know him as Pigpen. His name is Jason. He knows. Our brother Jesse knows. Our brother Robbie knows. Our sister Katie knows, and Kelly knows. Lori's oldest of 7. One of her the oldest brother that's just below Lori passed away about 10 years ago. He was also my best friend. But he'd steal you blind too. He would. I'm not even kidding. But I love this little jerk. And yet, out of all the people I've mentioned, Jason calls him for about 2 seconds, talks about it, not even 2 seconds talking about his sister, and then it's all about him. And this is not the time to even push that button. Our brother Jesse's, to be honest, he's a crack addict. He really is. I've talked to him once and yeah. Robbie is like he's like one of our kids actually. Because he's about 38, I think. Katie sent a message once. Kelly? Yeah, right. Don't expect to hear from her at all. I'm not going to go down that rabbit trail. But I haven't heard from my sister Holly, and I'm talking about just blood family. Holly and Candace is y'all my sisters and brothers. That's bottom line. My sister Holly in North Carolina, I know if I don't keep her updated enough, this car does 160. I'm pushing to about 200 in a heartbeat. I'm a chicken when it comes to that girl. I love her to death, but I'm a chicken. I admit it. I've talked to my dad. Well, text him, voice text him. I have not called him because I know if I do, I'm just going to literally break down. And I won't allow that right now. But it brings me back to the whole point of this. 2,500 people from every walk of life, every part of the globe, all over the globe, care about a 54-year-old woman laying on a hospital bed that's been fighting for her life. That's family, people. That is straight up family. I mean, Montana and his wife, both Jasmine and both asked, I don't know, I mean, I lost track how many times if I wanted them to come down. I do, but it's like, you got your stuff, stuff. I said, later on, yeah. See, there's been one bright spot in this whole thing I ain't shared with you guys until now. Our sons, Sean and Taylor, they've got the twins, Max and Alex. Well, Montana's wife, Jasmine's had a few miscarriages. Taylor's had, I don't even know how many. Between miscarriage and the topics and all. So I never get excited when somebody's pregnant anymore until they're way down the road on timeline. Helicopter. Well, Taylor's pregnant. And she's been had her blood work done, her ultrasounds, all that stuff. And it's a viable pregnancy. And one thing I kept telling her, because I let myself get excited, and it's like she'd stress out. She always talks to Lori. So I mean, Taylor's mom died a few years ago, and they weren't even. Honestly, I don't think they're that close. Not as close as her and Lori are. That's for sure. But Lori's always been. Taylor calls Lori mom, and mom's always been one that does all this stuff with Taylor. So I got thrown in this loop. Talking about unfamiliar territory. But she's been telling me about this, and I've been trying to fill Lori's shoes. I told her one thing: I told her, have faith. Have faith. So baby, her and the baby are fine. So that's been the bright spot of this. I mean, I showed a picture of the ultrasound of Lori, I think it was the other night. Her eyes lit up like brighter than the sun. So there was some good bright spot in this. But back to what I was saying originally, you guys are family. I cannot drill that home enough. Right now, believe it or not, I'm starting to relax. It's me, and I think it's more feeling than anything else than more. I'm not trying to put it in words. I can take that deep breath. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm good at that one. I think it's jumbled up. But the whole point of this was to come out and say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys left me flabbergasted, which will not be allowed again. Thank you. And make sure you realize and drilling into everybody, we are family. Now I'm not saying we either leave it to Beaver family, because that ain't gonna happen. That ball got dropped a long time ago. Please, that ball seriously got dropped. I'd honestly love to be able to have everybody all of us get together, and that'd be a trip. It really would be. After she's home, I'll tell you what, I'm planning on having her go through all this. Because I think I told you guys one thing. She said, I don't know, I don't know how many days they were rolling together. But somewhere along the line, she said, asked me to put her on a prayer chain again. And I said, honey, you already are. She said, sure, I'm one all around the globe. And that just made her happy. And this is a girl that had a war with God. Gotta love it. Because I really do. And then Sean, he's had a war with God for the last few years. Because his oldest daughter, my old granddaughter Oakland, was born premature and only lived 6 days. And And now him and Taylor are getting their acts together with God. And then look what is happening. Inside of both, I've just thought of one thing about this. And I can't figure out why it ran through me like a freight train. But I always thought one thing, God's going to use this for his benefit. And he is. I mean, I know I've sounded raw and cold-hearted. But right now I'm letting my emotions back out. So if I'm thinking it's because I'm exhausted. They came in and woke us up at 3:30, I think. They got weird hours doing stuff in this place. Seriously, weird hours. And she could get comfortable again, so I just stayed up. It's like tonight, the kid in there, I don't even know what his name is. He's a nice kid, from what I can tell. He woke up and told her, "Someone will be back later on to Miss Laura do your Foley care," because she got a catheter in. And he's telling me that, I'm thinking, well, one thing we ain't got to deal with yet, nobody's got to deal with is that wound care. Not for a couple of days. So I came out here early, because I usually come out about 2:09 and have a smoke break, then go lay down. Well, shortly I'm about to just go lay down. I didn't bring my regular phone out here. It's sitting up in the room. Because usually I call Ashley. So I'm just going to text her. And I'll tell you what, that girl's had it rough. For the first week, she wasn't sure if she was going to lose her mother or not. And she didn't want to let anybody know, and she finally broke down yesterday and told me, and I said, "Honey, you forget I've been in your boat. I know what it's like. It freaking hurts." Because see, my mother was in Florida. It's going to end up being long. Oh well. Maybe it depends on how long it holds up. But long story short, she had 6 months in the hospital, died twice on the table, 1 month ICU. First surgery, they took out 28 pounds of human poop out of her stomach. She had to have an ileostomy. That's why when they're talking about colostomy, I started laughing. When I found out what my track record is like, never mind, you already know. Because I had changed my mother's ileostomies for 6 years. And some days, believe it or not, it took 18 hours. Because back then they didn't have the setups they got now. They had the device I set up for. This was 30 some odd years ago. Because the mom's been dead for 24 years this June. But they put her on a private jet out of Jacksonville, Florida. Said, "You got a week to live, or do you want to die?" Yep, okay. Y'all don't know timelines too well. That week took 6 years, and do not feel sorry for her, because well, if she found out you didn't, I'd definitely be leaving Dodge. But so I know where Ash is coming from. Ironically, that mess didn't kill my mother, was cancer. But through all this mess, this nightmare's been, you guys have been there. And I love you guys for it, but you have no idea. I'll tell you this much, I'm not going to go into why. Between you, the kids, Lori, you proved up some doctors are seriously wrong. You really did. Don't ask why, because you wouldn't believe it and you might not like the truth. But then again, the truth in this case is way stranger than fiction. What the heck. When I got diagnosed with TBI, well, the first thing on my report is, why are you here? And I said, to shut my damn mother up. She nagged me, drove me nuts. One of the lines in there is this: they felt this patient is incapable of love. Yeah, I got that one wrong. Incapable of love. No, I look back and that one's funny. Back then I was about as cold as you could get, so it didn't help. I really wasn't the nicest person in the world. Take the TV character J.R. Ewing and multiply it a few dozen times. That was what I was like. But you proved, this family's proved the doctor's wrong. Because I love every one of you. Whether we meet on this planet or up in heaven, I think one day we're going to be all together. Saying we have the family reunion, haven't we had a family reunion? But y'all gonna have to wait a minute, so I'm gonna go up and say hi to my grandfather. But seriously, thank you. Beyond anything I can ever say, I'll never have enough words. If I could give everybody a bear hug, and I would. Because of you guys, I kept my sanity. It's like last night we were talking, when Maury had vulva cancer, I went nuts. I never went nuts. I didn't go nuts this time. And let me tell you, the vulva cancer was a cakewalk. That turned out to be one little surgery and done. But she's gonna be all right. She finally conked out this afternoon, and she's been sleeping off and on for most of the afternoon. And before today's surgery, she was going out and wake up in pain. Oh, she's in pain. There's no doubt about that. But Emma, if you're watching, maybe you're gonna help here. It's like it's a different pain. I can't explain it. I didn't watch it. And so I tried to tell her I've seen things that you don't want to know about. And that's all from that pain med. I think it's called Dilaud hydromorphine or something like that. But you know, I haven't talked this much in I don't know how long. Funny part is the pier is, it ain't there. I can actually take and feel like feels like the world's gonna lift it. Good, because my legs are getting tired. I don't want to go back home. I want to give a 5 foot nothing. Because Ashley's only like 5'4", something like that. She's short. I'm gonna grab that kid and give her a bear hug. Laurie's probably still gonna have to have rehab. That she's not gonna like, neither am I. But that should be too bad. I don't know, it's been nice to have it. Oh, excuse me. Yes, I'm going up and lay down. I have to take a picture of how the setup I use. Because I have a reclining chair, and this one here is literally about an inch below my knees, hangs off. So I have another regular chair, and then it's like, alright. I pulled that chair together, put up one of our house pillows on it, and there we go, levels out. I can stretch out. Tonight I'm just gonna pass out. I'm on one more cigarette and I'm going back up. And I'm gonna start looking at Jelly Roll concerts for next year, because I know they're gonna be this year. So we're gonna be next year. Because I'm gonna live up to that promise. I'm taking a Jelly Roll. So, but you guys have been awesome. You really have been. You've been beyond awesome. If the camera clicks on, remember I love you and God bless. I don't know if it will or not before I finish this. But the generosity with you has been beyond, to me it's mind blowing. So that's all I want to say. Thank you to everybody. We got to get together and find out who's got enough, find a restaurant or whatever you call it, has big enough coffee pots. Because we're going to need a lot of it. That and Mountain Dew. Sorry, that's the soda we drink. And here's a funny one. They know Lori only drinks Mountain Dew. You know what they gave her for dinner? Diet Mountain Dew. It's like, really? Seriously? Come on now. She ain't gonna touch that stuff. Gave her a can of it, it's still not even open. Somebody won't mention names just because downstairs and buys a bottle. Shame, shame, shame. What can I say? I bought 2 bottles of Mountain Dew and 2 bottles of water. Shoot me. I'm gonna buy another bottle of Mountain Dew when I go up. Because I already killed one off. But hang on, let's see something. That's a scary face. Oh. Oh. Well, you really can't see. Travis Tritt sung about Johnson City, and here you go. A nice Moyer Children's Hospital right there. But now you see the hospital. Big complex. Oops, I didn't stop. That's nice pointers. And now you see someone down the city. I think it's about the most I've seen it. There's one of our bank over there. Giving you a mini tour. I'm gonna close this up when I walk back inside. See, Lori's in the wing over there. I go in here, that's the main. So, alright. You watch this part, I feel sorry for you.